What's up, guys? It's been a minute. I have not made a video. There's a lot to catch up on with you guys. Since the last video, we actually got some subscriptions going, some people subscribing to the channel, so that's cool, man. Really, I made this channel just to hold myself accountable, and hopefully something in my message could inspire somebody who needs it, and also just to build a community where other people could give each other advice and stuff like that. Where I'm at right now, you guys, I'm in a good spot. I'm over 40 days sober. I think I'm like 43 days sober right now. And if we count all the other time, I technically would be about like 70, 80 days sober right now, but I believe I had like one or two maybe mess ups on my first 30-day streak, but I quickly got back in check, and I'm over 40 days now. And like I said, you guys, I probably made an attempt to really get sober, probably like seriously, probably like 7 or 8 times. But each time I keep getting better and better, and I keep doing more things. I don't keep trying the same things. I try different books. I've tried supplements, tried therapy, all these different things. And what's worked really for me is doing the work on myself, doing the therapy, exercising, following, reading books like Happiness Hypothesis and certain books, and making sure that I'm doing the things in my life that are going to make me feel the best. I read a book called The Depression Cure that talks about, getting enough sunlight and fish oil, and I highly recommend that. So making sure you're doing all the things that you initially, just to make sure that you're just from the scratch, that you're doing okay. And doing all those things has really helped me. Books obviously from Annie Grace and Craig Breck, those books have really always altered my psychology. And sometimes it just means time and maturity. I'm 30 years old now, and it's just different. Things have just been different. And in the past, where I would relapse on certain things, what I realized is that me relapsing on drinking, it wasn't really the alcohol that I was craving. It was escape from my anxiety. And what I've learned is I've learned how to lower my cortisol levels, how to meditate, how to decrease my anxiety. So for example, like, I was DDing some of my friends last night, and I was in a bunch of bars, and I had no I was not jealous. I didn't want to drink, you know what I mean? Like, because I know what that shit is, thanks to the Annie Grace and Greg Beck's books. In the past though, when I didn't know how to deal with my anxiety, even though I knew what that stuff was, I knew at least if I drank that night, it would black me out, but obviously in the long run, that it's just not what I want. Especially for males, it decreases our testosterone, increases our estrogen, and it just makes you less of a man, just as far as your hormones go. It also affects females' hormones. It's crazy. I see girls, so many girls that I've known who became drunk, that drink a lot, and their looks just go to heck. And as when I was drinking, my looks went to heck. But like I said, for the last 3 years, since I've seriously been trying to maintain sobriety, I've had a lot more sober time than not, with periodic binges. And but the more that I've been learning how to deal with my core things that have caused me my issues. I don't believe I'm alcoholic. I don't believe like there's something. I don't believe in I know a lot of people say addiction's in a disease. Well, then if that's the case, fucking everyone's has the disease, because everyone can be addicted to something. Like, I had a friend who's like, he gambles all the time, but he doesn't drink, he doesn't touch drugs, but does he have a disease? Or somebody who's addicted to their smartphone, is that a disease? So I'm not saying I'm right with that, but I don't like to believe like that I'm powerless over alcohol and stuff like that. I don't believe that. I believe the contrary. I believe I do have power and choice and power to do the work on myself. You know what I mean? And that's just my own beliefs. And I like here I am now, almost around 50 days sober again, and I'm gonna get that year, and then that year is gonna turn into another year, and it's gonna turn in. And the thing, what I learned is I don't feel bad about my choices. I don't regret anything I did. It was all part of my maturity. It was all part of my understanding and growth. So that's where I'm at. And if I'm to mess up in the future, that's not going to change my mentality. I'm going to get right. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to, you know what I mean? That's just what it is. That's my mentality. It's nonstop. We keep going. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So I challenge you guys, who are on your 30-day challenges or your challenges, is to do the work on yourself. Try to really dig into what's your core beliefs with alcohol and see if those are true. Do the pros and cons. If you're drinking to escape, try to understand the emotions that are causing you to want to escape. And getting therapy has probably been one of the best things I've ever done. So